you wanted the best, you've got the best podcast, the hottest podcast in the world. The Chris Voss Show, the preeminent podcast with guests so smart you may experience serious brain bleed. The CEOs, authors, thought leaders, visionaries, and motivators. Get ready. Strap yourself in. Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, because you're about to go on a monster education roller coaster with your brain. Now, here's your host, Chris Voss.
Hey folks, Voss here from the Chris Voss Show.com. Ladies and gentlemen, the only things that makes official. Welcome to 16 years and 24 episodes of the Chris Voss Show, and the most amazing minds and people who come on the show and share with their journeys, etc., etc. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, linkedin.com/Chris Voss, Chris Voss 1 on the TikTokity, and all those crazy places on the internet. Opinions expressed by guests on the podcast are solely their own and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the host or the Chris Voss Show. Some guests of the show may be advertising on the podcast, but it is not an endorsement or review of any kind. We have an amazing young lady on the show today. We're going to be talking to her about her book and some of the wares and things that she does to help people get better connected with themselves and their emotions. Her latest book, May 7th, 2019, is called ENCYCLOPEDIA of Emotions, Using Your Feelings as a Navigation System Towards a Happy Life. Vera Helleman joins us on the show with us today. We're going to be talking to her about her insights, her experience in life, and she's going to give you advice on making your life better. And you're going to take it, darn it, because you want your life to be better. Vera is the discoverer of the Emotion Codex, author of the bestsellers, The Encyclopedia of Emotions, and Effortlessly Being Yourself, and founder of Emotion Expertise Center. She's a well-known speaker in the Netherlands and an icon in the field of emotions. Her fundamental and energetically logical approach to feelings has already transformed many lives. According to her, understanding and integrating our feelings tool is the missing piece in today's problems. She tirelessly works to restore emotions to their rightful function, our compass. Welcome to the show. How are you, Vera?
I'm very excited and joyous to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. Give us your .coms. Where can people find out more about you on the interwebs?
Emotioncodex.com. Very simple.
Mm-hmm. So give us a 30,000 overview. What's inside your book?
Well, the Encyclopedia of Emotions contains 350 emotions.
Wow.
Yes, explains why they arise and what they want to tell you. Because emotions are a feedback mechanism, and every emotion has a message for us. So it is when there's something going on emotionally, you take the Emotionopedia, you look the emotion up, and I'm speaking to you. That's very simple.
So you look at the emotion, you're like, I'm feeling verklempt right now, or I don't know what emotions are. But 150 emotions, that's a lot of emotions, isn't there?
What did you say? I don't know what emotions are. Yes,
well, I know I'm a man, so we don't do emotions.
My husband said, this is a book for women because emotions. Men only have two emotions. And that is
does he say
either good or it sucks.
Good or it sucks. Those are men's two emotions. I suppose that's all right. Yeah, I gotta think of it.
But that's not true, of course.
I feel sad every now and then if I think about my dog dying. But other than that, we do pretty good. So you have an encyclopedia of emotions. What prompted you want to write this book?
Well, I always let me guide by my intuition, and actually I was under the shower and some thoughts come into my mind. You have to write about emotion. And I thought, what's a good idea? Mm-hmm. And I did. So this book of 600 pages came out in 8 weeks. But after that, I developed more and more about emotions and emotion coaching method, and recently a new structure about emotions came to me as the Emotion Codex. And what I find so interesting about emotions is that it is the most recognizable entrance for human being to become aware of energy. And energy sounds very woo-woo, But what's so interesting about energy is that, for example, when we are talking, I feel very joyous inside of me because I think you are a very funny man. And you didn't make a joke yet, but
I'm very funny looking.
Also, that's not it. But I feel some kind of echo coming from you, which makes me laugh. And it's not because I look, not because what you say, but it is some kind of vibrance you have around you. And that is what we all perceive, and that is very invisible, of course, but emotions actually are the very raw examples, perceiving that kind of information from our surroundings.
Most people, when they look at me, especially children, it's mostly horror is the emotion that they feel. Like, what happened to him? Anyway.
Really?
Will I be that ugly when I grow up? Yes, you will. At least. So anyway, I won't curse my looks on a woman. You know, I've seen Joel's daughter, and boy, she did not get Christy Brinkley's looks.
Really? Well, when you stay believing that, maybe then it becomes true.
I would want to curse women with my looks. No one wants to see that. How did you? How did your own journey with emotions shape the way that you wrote the book and kind of were the prelude to the book?
Well, when I look at my youth, I was very emotional. I had a very difficult adolescence, and I was a very quiet child, very sensitive. I never spoke until I was maybe 13 years old.
Really?
And I observed, observed what a strange creatures people are.
Oh, yeah.
So I perceived everything. I saw everything, also the adult things. And I observed, I experienced, and I worked myself through it, and I became very happy. And afterwards, I was going out with all my insights, and I attracted rooms full of people who wanted to know how to become happy because they saw some kind of example. And so I became a teacher, and now I'm here in English because I did it all in Dutch for 14 years. But the Emotion Codex, I got all this information in my head, was thinking about it in English. I thought that's strange, thinking about it in English. Well, let's make it in English and offer it in English. Now, brand new in English, but proven in Dutch.
So how did you choose the format of an encyclopedia for emotions instead of like just talking about them? Why did you go the encyclopedia way?
I actually don't remember because it's a few years ago that I wrote it. I actually don't remember, but I have this amazing fabric of good ideas in my head. And yes, when a good idea comes into my head, I immediately go for it. So yes, I have a gap, but not a break. So I think it came to me and I just did it.
Oh, okay.
Just drove by intuition. So that's also, of course, because I'm a sensitive woman. I'm not always thinking things through. Yeah. But when I go and look back, I think, I did that good. And some things I didn't.
Yeah. So you talk about using emotions as a navigation system. Is this something I can use in my maps, my Waze GPT, that maybe I can get downtown on the map? That's a joke I'm trying to set up. It's not working.
Chatty is not so good in emotions. I try to scramble with Chatty and practice my English, but I always hit a very surface bottom. So that's a thingy you cannot do. But so I remain human. We all remain human, and so I structured it in a map. It's by the way looked like this. This is the Emotion Codex for the one who's watching it on YouTube.
Oh wow!
So actually, it is made of an ancient symbol. And you can do extract it into different parts.
Looks like a star, maybe.
Yes, or you see a Star of David. Two-dimensionally, but it is three-dimensionally. They call it also a Merkaba. It's composed of 2 tetrahedrons, mathematical figures. And the 8 balls you see on each counter, those are emotional forces.
Okay.
So there are 8 different kinds of emotional forces, which I'll call emotion groups, and they all contain positive as well as negative emotions. So they also correlate to life themes, and they all have certain kind of pitfalls, but also they gave messages to climb the ladder of those emotion groups and feel better. So there are all kinds of traps for people fall in when this life circumstances is speaking to them, and then emotions are going to feedback. So when we, for example, we have this contracting emotion of self-loathing.
That's me every day.
A lot of people have that. That's emotion group shame speaking. So when we lose ourselves in self-loathing and we think we are less worthy than we truly are, our emotions say, it's not true, you have to look, you are too far away from your true self. So it's like these rubber bands that hurt. And this is the way how they feedback us. It's the rubber bands that hurt the moment we walk away from our center.
There you go. And emotions are a big thing. Do you find that most of your clients are men or women?
No, actually, 80% is women.
Okay.
20% is men.
Now, women come to you because they're having trouble with their emotions, because you guys are emotionally based and filter through everything through emotions. Is there a lot of women that are trying to understand their own emotions? Because I thought you guys had that down better than us because you guys live in it.
No.
Okay.
I think women suffer more from emotions because the difference between what I see, and I generalize, because there are a lot of sensitive men, which we all have access to all emotions. Men, women, he, she, her, it doesn't matter. But men are better in distinguishing the different kinds of problems in their heads. Yeah. So you have a long hallway. You've probably heard about this, and men can easily put all these troubles behind doors, but women throw it all on one mountain. Yeah. So behind every door, an emotion is giving feedback. So the man can close the door and open a door and hear one emotion. But women hear all the emotions shouting to them. And they don't know the difference because it's one added on the other, so it's huge.
So they kind of get like a stack of emotions then, and that can be overwhelming. Yes. Like sometimes women will say, I'm too up in my emotions, and that usually indicates they're kind of at a frantic sort of stage of their emotions.
Yes.
Yes. If I understand
correctly. I'm a woman with a bit of a male brain. So I managed to divide all the emotions. That's what I do also with the women. Try to divide all the emotions so you can listen to one message each time. And then it's easier to understand what it asks from you.
So even though women live in their emotions, they still struggle to identify them, or maybe there's, like you said, too many of them coming at them that it's hard for them to figure out what the real emotion is that they're having or experiencing.
Yes, and you can, maybe it's easy to understand that when you have physical pain, for example, you have a stomach ache and it really cramps. This is actually how emotions also feel for some people. Or a migraine. Sometimes head explodes and all the emotions are adding to it. Yes.
Or sometimes you're hangry. That means you're hungry and you're angry, and you're just angry because you're hungry. Maybe sometimes.
Angry, yes. Angry. Do you experience that emotion?
No, but women tend to, you're like, anytime a woman gets upset, you always check in. You'd be like, when was the last time you ate? Because
I don't think there's, I'm sorry.
That's a big thing here in America.
Being angry? Really?
Hangry, yeah. I used to be that way. I don't know if I had low blood sugar, if I just ate a bunch of crap, but now I kind of can recognize stuff. But yeah, I'm not, with men, I'm not sure that we put emotion behind doors. I suppose you could put it that way, but we just don't have to emote our emotions. Women, it seems, have to emote their emotions. They have to revel in them, feel in them, roll around in them. You can correct me if I'm wrong here, but men, we don't have to feel it and emote it. I mean, I can feel a little bit. I can feel sad for my dog right now. Okay, great. I felt that. Done. I don't have to emote it. I don't have to roll in it. I don't have to feel it. Maybe I'll cry every now and then over my dog, and that's okay. I'll have a little cry, and I'm done with it.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I find it very interesting, this distinguish between men and women, because I believe there's not that much distinguish when it comes to emotion. But what do you find beautiful about women? And I don't speak about the physicality.
Their femininity, their softness, but their softness is their power. Their ability to nurture, their ability to love, their ability to be kind. They don't make those in the U.S. anymore, but I hear they're in other places. It's everyone's really masculine here. They don't even wear dresses anymore. They just wear pants like men.
Exactly at the right time. I'll hear that. But all the things that you explain about women have to do with emotions.
Yeah.
So we have a negative way of coping with emotion, but there's also a really positive thing about having emotions, and that also counts for men, because when you integrate emotions, you can experience and enjoy life on a far more profound level.
Yeah.
Than on the surface most people seems to live at.
Yeah. And I think most men need to be able to identify their emotions and think about them. A lot of men today were emasculated as they were raised in schools and by activists, and here in America told all sorts of stupid narratives. And so a lot of them operate in their feminine core. And so they live in their emotions, but they don't fully understand them because, women are good at this sort of gymnastics. We're not. And so, usually men have to find stoicism, masculinity, and learn those sort of aspects. And then they can control their emotions. But, even as a man, being able to identify your emotions. Okay. Why am I sad right now? Okay. Well, great. My dog died. Or, I don't know. I dropped my phone. I feel bad now. Okay, great. Whatever. Just keep going. It's we don't have time for a lot of stuff in our lives. But so we just keep moving and stuff. But women have to connect with children, and children are based in emotion. And so they're the bridge between men and women, or men and children. They're the bridge to help nurture and identify them. And we're actually designed to be disconnected slightly emotionally from that on purpose, because we've got to go out and do the hard things in the caveman world and go kill things and likely die and stuff, or be separated from our families in slavery. So, we've learned to, over the years of medieval and caveman shit, we've learned to have that disconnect, but it's there for a reason. Otherwise we just sit around at home, play with our kids, and we want them to go out and spear things and do caveman shit.
What an interesting point of view. Yes, I see a lot of when you are raised in the idea of there are so many differences between men and women, which I see, by the way. I see also a lot of men heard the message of suppressing emotions, because right now it's still true. When a child of 1 year old, when a boy falls, they say, "Oh, dry your tears, stand up because you're a boy." And when the girl falls, you say, "Oh, come here, give me a hug." So still treat boys and girls differently. So from a very young age, men here. Emotions are wrong. I cannot show them. I cannot feel them. But intuition is also a component of feeling. So emotions are one part, but instincts also belong to them. Intuition belongs to them. Feeling, just feeling if someone resonates with you, also feeling in sexuality, chemistry, it's all part of feeling. And also, you said it's so beautiful that we have to connect with children, but also connecting with nature comes through our feeling ability. So when I look at the forces of creation and look at the human part of it, we have 4 parts that we need to walk through this reality. And that is our mind, our body, our consciousness, and our feeling. And when you look at how people have developed these 4 components, yes, mind is overdeveloped right now. Body we know a lot about, but it's still difficult. Consciousness, yes, is beginning to become a hype. But emotions are still so difficult that we are all left-handed. But actually, we need to address all this human equipment equally, 25%, because we are in disbalance. And that mirrors in the outer world. So when I look at people, they're totally unbalanced. Mind and body weigh very heavy, and consciousness and emotions aren't. And that is mirrored in the outer world. When I see the overconsumption of information, the greed, the about wanting the things, but the connection with nature, the connection to each other, to the ability to become silent, being in silence with ourselves. We all scroll, and 1 second of silence is scary for a lot of people, because then the box of Pandora opens and emotions come out. What do we have to do with that?
Yeah. It's, you're right. More people need to identify emotions, even men, and the other thing is men need to learn you don't need to emote emotions.
You don't need to. You are allowed to, and it's.
I mean, you're allowed to, sure, yeah. If you want to sit and cry, man. As a dude.
No, but that's not what it's about. It's not about that we need to cry. It's about that we notice that a feeling comes up. For example, disgust. That is or emotion called disgust, or not feeling at ease with something, or feel a little bit stressed or fearful about it. It's also an alarm signal that we don't head in that direction. So if we close those alarm signals.
Yeah. So tell us about the codex. How does the system work? The emotion codex.
Yes, so the codex, and I showed that this is a map. This is a very structured map that explains why emotions do as they do. And actually, these are like a magnetic field which vitalize us. So these are all magnetics that is like a bird of life. They go out and go in. So some emotion contracts, that is the breath, the inhale of life, and some emotions leave us in space, like panic. It's all over the place. But also and so we lose ourselves to the outer world when we are in fear, and when we are in self-hate, for example, then we are all contracted. So these are like magnetic fields which are continuously balancing us. It's
magnetic fields. Interesting.
Yes.
So now I noticed on your website you've got several offerings. I think you have your own podcast. You want to get a plug-in for that?
Yeah, I'm just starting, and you're welcome to join it, everybody who reads, because I'm going to do live coaching sessions on that. That is not something that I do one-on-one. I only do groups, but in the podcast, I will give you, I will show it how it goes, and I give you through live examples of people who are really struggling with emotions. I give feedback on why emotions do what they do. So this is, I did it in the Netherlands for quite a while, and now also in English.
And you got some upcoming events, and different things. I don't know if you want to plug some of these, a free webinar, YouTube Live, class, quarterly case lab for real emotions and insights. Do you want to tease out some of that?
Yes, I do a bi-weekly Q&Emotion, and you can attend that when you are a member of our community. And in this community, I have an emotion mastery program, and that is very interesting. It is almost a therapeutic program, which we go through all these emotion groups and actually go from the unknown to the pain, to the healing, to the mastery of every life theme, because these 8 life theme actually completes everything that we experience in life. So it's like we say in the Netherlands, we wipe the broom through our lives and lift it up to a higher level. So people who done that say, well, it's really changed my life, and I'm there to guide it.
And you do lectures, retweets as well. Retreats as well. Did I say retweets?
Yes, that's not yet on
Twitter.
That's
I'm not giving up Twitter yet, so I'm still hanging on the old Twitter. Now, you've written several books too as well. We should plug them. There's a book coming out soon called The Emotion Codex in book form. You want to tease out a little bit about that, maybe?
Yes, maybe it's too early. So it's now only available as an online course. You can find it on the website. The other books are available through Amazon. Effortlessly Being Yourself, the Encyclopedia, of course, and I wrote a book also about autism. Because I come from an autistic family, also have 4 autistic children, and I was very naughty and came up with a different way of looking at it. And that became very viral also in the health care companies that work with people with autism.
The power of autism. We've had lots of folks that are on the spectrum on the show, and usually they're brilliant. They can, all the best savants are usually autistic on the spectrum, and they have the ability to really specialize on certain things and do them extremely well.
And I'm also autistic. This is why I could distract all these structures in our emotional landscape.
Effortlessly being yourself. So how do people reach out to you? How do they interact with you? How do they get on board with your systems and programs? Find out if they're a fit for you and you're a fit for them.
Just look the website. Look at the website. There are all kinds of free gifts also that you can attend. And there's also a 7-day free trial on the Emotion Mastery Program. So you get free access for 7 days to all courses. So you can just feel how it is and join a Q&A and ask your questions and meet me. And, so if you're struggling with emotions, that's the place.
So give us your final pitch out. Tell people where they can order the book, your .coms as we go out.
Yes, you can order it on Amazon, bol.com, that's a European business. And just type into Google Vera Helleman and you'll find a lot of me.
Well, thank you very much, Vera. We certainly appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for having me. It was a very interesting conversation. I'm going to ponder about it for a while.
And thanks to our audience for tuning in. Order up Vera's books wherever fine books are sold. The Encyclopedia, well, there's no the there. Let me recut that. Encyclopedia of Emotions, using your feelings as a navigation system towards a happy life, out May 7th, 2019. Thanks so much for tuning in. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com/Chris Voss, Chris Voss 1, the TikTokity, and all those crazy places on the internet. Be good to each other. Stay safe. We'll see you next time. And that's